Okay guys, so this is Dr. Octaconopus, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you two new LEGO Halo 2 customs that I've made. So today I have the red grunt and the gold elite. I've been meaning to do a video on these guys for quite a while, I think a couple of months now, but yeah, now I finally am going to do the video on them, so yeah, let's get into it. So, I'll start with the grunt. Before I say anything about it though, I'd like to point out that I actually prefer the old blue-skinned grunts from Halo 1 and 2 over the gray-skinned grunts from the later games. I don't know why, but I've just always sort of preferred the grunts with blue skin for some reason. But yeah, let's move on to the actual figure. So as I mentioned, he has the red armor. Yeah, I really like how I did all his armor plating. I think it looks really cool. And I tried to get it as accurate as I could without overcomplicating it. I think it turned out pretty well. Yeah, he's got the sort of front parts here on his chest with this little silver bit here. Don't really know what that is. The shoulder bits. There's some more on it lower down on his arms. Then there's some down here near his legs, and that continues over to the sides as well a little bit. Yeah, and then there's his like gas tank thing on his back. Don't really know what to call it. Yeah, that's completely sculpted out of clay, and I just sort of super glued it onto the body and painted all this detail onto it. Yeah, it's got all the, once again, the red with some black outlining, some silver detail, some on the top as well. Oh, his legs just came off. That wasn't supposed to happen. But it's okay. They're not broken or anything. Okay. He's got this sort of muscle thing going on here. Well, I don't know if it's really muscles. I think it might just be the texture of his skin or something. I don't know. His head's actually made from one of these pieces from the old Bionicle sets. Yeah, it's kind of like a spear thing with a, you know, like a little sphere with a hole in the bottom, and you can fit a stud into it. Yeah, little. Just this detail painted onto it. For these bits of his gas mask thing, I trimmed a stud, painted it silver, and I did that for all three of these bits. Same thing I did on Harry Warden. Yeah, exact same thing. I think the one problem I have with this minifigure is that it looks much better in person than it does in camera. Because you can see, when you look at him from the front, you can't see the gas tank thing. Yeah, I think that would have been better if this was longer, because then you'd see it from the front as well as the sides. still, I think it looks good. His legs are just two of these pieces painted blue with these sort of knee spike things on there, and the toe armor on the front and the back. And I also forgot to mention that there's this sort of elbow spike things there. And for accessories, I gave him 2 plasma grenades. They're just these pieces. Sort of little light pieces that I used for him. Yeah, I think they work well for plasma grenades. You can do the sort of suicide pose with them. I think it works really good. So yeah, now let's move on to the Elite. So for the Elite, I kind of borrowed a few ideas from pictures of other LEGO Elites that I found on Google Images. But there are still a few things that I sort of came up with myself. Mainly the paint job. So you can see I didn't use a metallic gold, I just used the LEGO gold. And the pieces that I didn't have in the LEGO gold, I just painted in a sort of a yellowy gold color with some paint that I had. I think it actually blends in pretty nicely. The only part that I didn't paint or have in a gold color was these 2 pieces, and I didn't want to paint them because thought it might scratch off when you move them. Still looks good though. His feet can't attach to a base plate, unfortunately. That's just because of the way I made him. I might drill some holes in the bottom of the feet to fix that problem, but I think it's fine for now. But yeah. You can see that I didn't use any minifigure parts for him, he's just all like Lego pieces. I'm not gonna really explain, the pieces I used because I don't know the names for all these parts, but get some pretty good articulation. I'm just gonna move forward and back, rotate at the wrist, legs move forward and back, and yeah. This piece here on his chest, this gray part that's painted, because I didn't have one of those in that shade of gray at the time. You can see on his feet I painted these parts of his armor here. I think it looks pretty good. So there's a fair bit of painting on his head. You can see he's got his black eyes. I just used black, didn't put any reflections in them or anything. Just thought they looked good like that. I like the simplicity of it. You can see his grey skin coming through, the armor on his mandibles, the pink of the inside of his mouth, and I just put these 2 teeth up here. Yeah, I think it's a nice, simple design. His mandibles are sculpted out of clay, just a modeling clay that I normally use. And yeah, they're glued on there, painted. They're not quite the same length, all of them, but they still look pretty good to me. These spike parts on the sides of his head armor, they're also made of clay, but that's the only clay I used, you know, the mandibles and those side parts of his helmet thing. The energy sword, I didn't feel like buying the Brick Arms one or the Brick Forge one, so I just used the Mega Bloks one. Yeah, the Mega Bloks one, yeah, it still works pretty good. Yeah, I might get the Brick Forge one at some point. But the Mega Bloks one is still a pretty good substitute, I reckon. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the Elite. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know what you think in the comments section below. Stay tuned for more, and see you next time.